Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, DVDs are dying. A growing number of Americans are ditching DVDs, as we can see with the death of Redbox and other DVD providers. We'll tell you what's happening as more people go to streaming. DirecTV and Dish's merger is in trouble, and debt may be a big part of it. We'll tell you the details there. And ATT wants to know those people who are sabotaging their internet service and phone service. There's a reward out to help track them down. We'll tell you what's happening and more in a quick minute. First though, if you're new here, you can always find a link to each story we talk about in the show notes and in the first pinned comment. You can find them there on cordcuttersnews.com. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high costs of television and still watch the shows that you enjoy. With that said, let's dive into it. The death of DVDs is not new, but it may surprise you how few people actually still use DVDs. We did a survey of over 1,000 of you. Sorry, I'm reading and talking, it doesn't always work. 1,000 of you took a survey and told us about your streaming habits, including your use of physical media like DVDs and Blu-rays. According to you, only 30% of you still buy new DVDs and Blu-rays. That means most of our readers no longer are doing that. Increasingly now, the majority of Americans only stream content online. I have to be honest, 99% of what I watch now is streamed. I no longer go and get stuff online through DVDs and other areas when it's on Amazon and streaming and other places. I think I'm falling victim of there's so much content on streaming. If it's kind of not there, I just kind of don't watch it. But there are still people out there who get DVDs, Blu-rays, and more. They can be cheaper. There's a lot of collection ones out there for collectibles, and they often include other features that streaming does not have. I definitely do miss some DVD commentaries and others that, while you may get a few of those things through streaming, it's not like it used to be with DVDs. It used to be almost every DVD came with special bundled, maybe still photographs of the production behind the scenes, a quick short documentary, a DVD commentary. Those were some of my favorites to watch. Let me know, do you still use movies and Blu-rays? Does it surprise you that only about 30% of cord cutters are still buying physical media? There are still places to get it out there. Public libraries are one of the best ones, one of the best hidden cord cutting trends. They often even have streaming services you can take advantage of. But let me know what your streaming versus physical media habits are. All right, Dish and DirecTV mergers in jeopardy. Dish's debt is putting this $10 billion deal at risk. Now, at issue here is Dish's debt collectors kind of balking at what's called a debt swap here. I'm no expert on this, so I'm going to try to sum it up real quick. Basically, what's being offered to them is that they will release Dish's parent company, EchoStar, from the debt. In exchange, that DirecTV's new parent, will take over that debt and guarantee that debt, pay that debt. Some investors who have long been skeptical of Dish for a while now, who want their money, are balking at this idea. They have until the, I believe it's the 29th of October to reach some type of deal on this, or it could put the whole Dish and DirecTV merger in real peril. We'll see what happens here. These things are not unusual. There's a lot of moving pieces here with this. Deals usually include the clause to be able to do something like this in case the new owners take over. Problem here is the debt holders, the people who are expecting the money to be repaid to them, are a little skeptical and see this maybe as an unworkable proposal to guarantee that they're going to get their money back. We'll see how this plays out, but one of the concerns I've heard from some people is that they are concerned here that currently Dish has all kinds of other assets through its EchoStar brand. Shifting this over to DirecTV removes some of that. TPG does have which is a private equity firm, a large amount of cash, and other assets. But what do they want to put on the tray? How are they structuring this? What ability does these debt collectors have to go after DirecTV and its parent company TPG now that AT&T is selling off the remaining shares of DirecTV? that'll be interesting to see what happens there. This deal is far from over. They still expect it to close in late 2025. I think it's going to happen because, let's be honest, if it doesn't, one or maybe both of these companies are in severe trouble with an unknown future that may include them not making it. We'll see. And if that happens, then the debt collectors are in real trouble. If Dish goes under, declares bankruptcy, that's probably a lot worse, in my personal opinion, than them have to accept a debt swap deal to move their debt over to DirecTV. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on this. ATT, in our next story up, is offering $10,000 reward to find people who are sabotaging its internet phone service. This has actually become quite an issue across the country. Price of copper is quite high. People have started cutting down copper wires up on phone poles to go and sell the copper in them. Now, a few things with this. Occasionally, they think they got a copper one, or they're cutting a fiber optic cable, which is a real pain in the neck to repair. And they sometimes steal entire huge runs of copper. We've seen this in all over the country where, I think it was West Virginia, we saw reports that some customers lost their internet. They got back after the company reran new wire. Just the next day have it stolen again. AT&T is offering $10,000 to track these people down in the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area. This has been a new problem. It's very hard. You have these massive long runs of cable all over the country. They're currently not being monitored. Now, I did see in Michigan, they have a pilot program where they're spending a lot of money to bury hundreds of miles of cable every year for the main purpose of reducing storm outages to keep the systems running. They're targeting areas that are most vulnerable right now to blackouts and down the lines, but they hope to keep going. Who knows how far they'll ever get with this, but there definitely seems to be a big push to take those telephone poles down. A lot of people consider them unsightly, but they're also much more likely to suffer issues than buried cables. Now, buried cables are significantly more expensive. Especially in rural America where you have long runs with a low number of customers on them, it's a lot cheaper to put poles up and run cables than it is to bury hundreds of miles of cables through rural, vacant America. So we'll keep a close eye on this, but it's becoming a bigger trend and a bigger problem. We're seeing a growing number of cable thefts turning into internet and phone and TV outages, especially when they confuse fiber for copper. All right, if you've been considering trying out YouTube TV, they have a deal right now. You can get it for $49.99 for 2 months, giving you a chance to try it out. Now, you may want to check your email if you're a Google customer of anything they have. I've received in some of my other accounts that have a YouTube account, for example, an email offer to get this deal plus a month free of the 4K streaming. Seems that YouTube TV is really trying to pull in customers to get them to try it out. Now, after the first 2 months, the price returns to its normal price. Right now, it's $72.99. That's always subject to change. It could be different before your offer is over. But check it out. Link in the show notes if you've been interested. With the start of the NBA, NHL, and more happening with college football and NFL still going strong, seems like they're trying to attract customers. All right, let's keep moving along. MeTV Tunes now offers over 60 new or classic Cartoon Networks, including things like the Jetsons, Flintstones, Johnny Quest, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?, and a whole lot more. We have a full breakdown of all the shows that they currently are offering. If you want to find that, check out the list in the show notes down below. You can find a full list of all the shows on MeTV Tunes. So question, do you enjoy MeTV Tunes? It's been a hot topic in our community. People seem to be really enjoying this free over-the-air network full of classic cartoons. All right, Wheel of Fortune was the most watched show in September as Ryan Seacrest takes over at the helm. Wheel of Fortune is a mainstay, and now it has a new host. And in the syndicated services, it was the most watched TV show in September. Does that surprise you? I think it's got one big thing helping it. That airs pretty much daily in most parts of the country. Definitely helping it stand out. Anybody here Wheel of Fortune, or are you more of a Jeopardy person? Seems like there's two groups of people. You're either more Wheel of Fortune or you're more of a Jeopardy person. Which side of that fence do you fall on? Hey everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you to everybody. Over the weekend we hit 289,000 subscribers. We're already well on our way to 290. On our way to 300,000. Thank you to everybody. I know I've said that a lot, but I've been really blown away by all the new people finding us and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. We're going to be back with another video real soon. Until next time, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again tomorrow.